Ever since Gustav Weil presented his Muhammad der Prophet, sin Leben und sin Lehre in 1843, scholars have endeavored to unravel the historical Muhammad using a variety of tools and stratagems. Initially, the material offered by Muslim historians such as Ibn Ishaq, Ibn Hisham, and more importantly Al-Tabari was used almost unquestioningly by Christian scholars who, as Hall characterizes them, belonged mainly to holy orders. Their primary purpose, it would seem, was to provide a spirited defense of Christian theology and dogma against the claims of Islam and its adherents. The polemics that ensued were, in the main, reflective of the attitude that there was not any rational inducement in all that Muslims believe or practice, in so much that common sense must be discarded in order to embrace their system. As for Muhammad, he was for many in that era so coarse and barbarous an impostor that there is not a man who does not or cannot perceive plainly his cheat and corruption. Humphrey Purdue, of the 17th century lecturer in Hebrew at Oxford, captured rather succinctly the disposition of scholars vis-à-vis the study of Muhammad in a rather long-winded title of his work, The True Nature of Imposture Fully Displayed in the Life of Muhammad, with the discourse annexed for the vindication of Christianity from this charge offered to the consideration of the deists of the present age. Later, Simon Oakley, the somewhat less acerbic and brusque vicar of Swasey in Cambridgeshire, authored The History of Saracens, a much more solid contribution to the historical knowledge, as Holt puts it, but one that nonetheless did not fail to follow common form by stigmatizing Muhammad in his first line as the great impostor, and then describing the Arab conquest as that grievous calamity. The liberalism that swept across Europe in 18th century helped create a relatively less hostile attitude among European scholars towards Islam and its leader. We thus find during that era scholars such as Henry de Bougainvillea emerging. Bougainvillea, his theological affinities notwithstanding, assumed a decidedly more conciliatory tone in his biography of Muhammad, La Vie de Mahmoud. For him, Christianity is undoubtedly superior to Islam, but he is nonetheless quite charitable in his evaluation of his subject, and says, with respect to the essential doctrines of religion, all that Muhammad has laid down is true, but he has not laid down all that is true, and that is the whole difference between our religion and his.